You know what? I always love senior nights. They're always my favorite night of the year because it's just so much fun to get to honor the players that have been through your program and celebrate all the accomplishments they've had, both as a team member and as an individual. And tonight we got the opportunity to celebrate two very special young ladies. Both are inductees into the Who's Who. One of them was inducted into the Hall of Fame for the university, and they're just both phenomenal kids. They both embody everything that you want out of your student athletes. So again, it was fun to celebrate that. As far as the game is concerned, credit goes to Kentucky. I thought they did an excellent job. They're a great team and a team that I think will make a deep playoff run. They've got a lot of tools and a lot of weapons, and I think they're very well coached. I think Coach Mitchell does a phenomenal job. His staff is great, and again, I think they compete hard every single night. So from that standpoint, I give all the credit to Kentucky. I was really pleased with our offensive effort in the second half. I thought in the second half we possibly played as well as we've played offensively, handled pressure as well as we've handled pressure. So I really like that, and I like the momentum the second half gives us going into our final contest Sunday at Arkansas. Any questions?
Coach, just Maggie got some extended minutes there, and kind of talk about her and Courtney's night, kind of statistically, and what you saw from them tonight.
Sure. I thought Maggie did a great job of handling the pressure of Kentucky. Again, they just really harass you on defense, and I thought she did a good job of handling the ball and distributing the ball. You know, made an open three-point shot, and really did well in the things we asked her to do. On the defensive end, again, I thought the same thing. I thought she handled particularly her top position on the zone really well, and I thought she was a factor there. As far as Courtney's concerned, I would have liked for Courtney to have gotten some more extended minutes. Unfortunately, foul trouble prevented that from happening. Again, Courtney finished with 5 points, 3 rebounds, 2 on the offensive end, and 2 block shots. So her minutes were quality while she was out there. It's just a shame that on her senior night she got limited by some foul trouble.
How big a key have they really played in the entire season, just keeping things together? I know you hadn't won as many games as you or they have wanted to, but, you know, the two seniors and what they've meant to kind of make sure, and maybe some other players that have bought in like that too.
Sure. Well, you know, it obviously starts with the seniors. They're our leaders. They're our captains, and they're the stabilizing force of this program. This program was in a position where the team, the players, could have gone in a variety of directions. And I feel like the leadership they provided kept everybody motivated, encouraged, and really bought into the system of let's go from being teammates to being sisters. You know, let's take this to a new level, and let's make sure we know we're here to support each other for life. And I think they really established the tone, and will be greatly missed next season.
At times, you know, the offense, it was hard to score, but there late you did, like you mentioned, you got some shots to fall. What was going well? What was going right there at the end to get some buckets to fall?
You know, it's kind of it's the same mentality we wanted to start the game with, and we had talked about prior to the game that pressure is either felt or applied, and that's what we thought this game was about. We felt like Kentucky was going to initially apply a lot of pressure. We could either feel that pressure and cave a little bit, or we could have an attacking mentality, break their pressure, get them on their heels, and all of a sudden the pressure's flipped, and they'll be feeling the pressure instead of us. We wanted to do that by spreading our offense, giving bigger gaps, and trying to isolate more on the dribble. And I think that in the second half that's what we did. We really got bigger gaps between our players and had a more attacking mentality going to the rim.
I know you've been in the day-to-day grind of the season and getting ready for each game. Now you've got one left. You given much thought to that at all, or
you know
as far as the finality and not being able to go to the SEC tournament, things
sure,
like that?
Sure, it is. It's one of those things where, you know, yesterday we came in and we talked about it being our last practice in this building in the Coliseum, and you know, today our last home shoot around our last home game. Tomorrow we'll have Saturday morning, we'll have our last practice in the BPF as a unit, and then obviously on Sunday play our last game together. So, you know, the emotions run high, and they really want to compete hard and do well for one another. But more so than that, we're really trying to to just tell them to leave their mark. And that's what we talked about. That's what we talked about a lot in the second half as well today. You've got some great fans. They've stood beside you, and they've supported you throughout this season. Let's make sure that we leave a mark with them, that they'll want to come back and continue supporting you. Let's make sure that the identity that we leave this gym tonight is not a team that got down early and didn't continue to fight. That it's a mentality that those kids gave everything they had for the entire 40 minutes.
If you could have foreseen from October on to now, I mean, is there any way that, as you look back now, to have predicted anything that happened along the way, or is it not wins and losses,
sure,
but just the nature of how things evolved and the way the team stayed together? And that, did you get what you hoped for, I guess?
Absolutely, absolutely. I couldn't ask for more from this group. I really could not. With everything they've been presented with, they've been as good at responding as any team I've ever been with that's been faced with adversity, and I'm so proud of them for that. And again, if you didn't see us, second in the SEC in offensive rebounding, you'd know that, maybe we're not playing hard. But rebounding is an effort stat. And tonight we did get our tails kicked on the defensive end of the floor. But again, offensively, if you're the second leading team in the conference, that's an effort stat, and that shows that our kids are still grinding and playing hard every day. And I love to see that. So I could not be more pleased with them.
On paper, it shows that Tia has a double-double, so one, again, of many. How do you feel with her being an asset, more coming off the bench as opposed to starting?
I'm excited for Tia. I think I think Tia has done both. She played a couple of games as a starter for us, and actually felt more comfortable coming off the bench. And I think it's one of those things where when she was starting, she was getting a little overhyped, so to speak. Her adrenaline was really flowing, and it was causing her to get tired and get into early foul trouble. And I think she's a huge key. I don't know off the top of my head. In my mind, she's a solid contender for the 6th Player of the Year award in the SEC. I don't know that there's a person that plays for any other program that comes off the bench and gives a bigger boost. So I absolutely have been thrilled with her performance, and she does all the little things. And again, I think this is 5th double-double maybe. So. Just amazing. If it's a rebound, she goes and rebounds. If it's scoring in transition, it's scoring in transition. She's become a solid three-point shooter and is shooting a great percentage in the SEC. I really am expecting really wonderful things from Tia in the next few years.